Hey guys, today we're packing for a shoot I've got coming up tomorrow. It's a lifestyle shoot, something a little bit outside of my wheelhouse, on location. It's gonna be really fun. So we're gonna pack up, I'll show you what I'm bringing and why I'm bringing it. Let's get into it. So first, and the most important thing I have to bring is gonna be PPE. And no, I don't mean like a mask for COVID. We're going on a construction site, so I need some steel toes and a hard hat and a vest. So this is a business avenue that I don't know if a lot of you guys really think of, but environmental portraits are so important to many different firms. There's a lot of different businesses that need these kinds of portraits that show what they're doing while they're doing it so that they can market themselves towards new clients and new prospective clients. These tend to be bigger jobs that have more money involved because these clients aren't looking to book $50 clients. You know, a concrete build is a multi-million-dollar project. So the photos that they use to represent themselves have to have that certain level of professionalism. You know, the better they appear, the more they're likely they are to book new clients, and that's where we come in. So let's go over what I'll be bringing is the actual Pelican case. Just because I'm gonna reach for this bag or this thing to carry my stuff just so that everything stays secure. You know, I'll be on an active construction site, a lot of dust, a lot of everything, particles everywhere. So I don't want to have an open backpack. Even though I'd rather have everything on me and this has to stay on the ground, at least this offers me like a little stool whenever I need it, if I need it, you know. I've done that many times, mostly just in airports, but still I've definitely sat on this many times. So yeah, let's just start packing it up and we'll go through each item one by one. I wanted to break out this double strap that I haven't used probably since my wedding days, like 10 years ago. Honestly, I was probably watching a whole lot of Frono's Photo at the time. I'll be dual wielding cameras because there's a certain point where I'll be doing, let me back up just a little bit. They've already given me the brief of what we need to capture. So I know that for some of the images that I will need to be a bit more run and gun, and I don't want to be changing lenses from two different bodies on an active construction site if there's dust and there's wind and there's, you know, a whole bunch of stuff going around. So if I can have two bodies with two different lenses, that keeps me, that keeps most of my bases covered right away. So what I'm thinking is I'll have one of my R8s with the 24-105, and I'll have the other R8 with a 35-1.4, and I think we'll just go from there, and I can have a nice kind of wide, shallow depth of field type of look, and then something that just covers 24-105, that just covers anything else that I need for a run and gun pace. But I'm also going to use this in a different way throughout the afternoon because I want to do some midday flash looks where it's a little bit more like a snapshot, kind of keeps it, it makes it a bit more relatable and easy to relate to as a viewer of the images. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, let's put it on. So I'm going to need all of these things. Here, let me just put them down real quick. So if I put this double strap on somehow, fix like this. shows how much I've done this before. There we go. Yeah, cool. So they're kind of cool, you know, because I shoot everything in a studio nowadays. I never have the need. I don't even use straps. I never put straps on my cameras because they're either on a tripod or in my hands and nothing in between. So, but anyway, for tomorrow, because I want to be a little bit more, like I said, everything on me, and if it's not on me physically, at least it's going to be in this hard case, Pelican case, that I don't mind whatever happens to it. I'll put, it works with like a little spinner, something like this. And then it's locked to me, and I can just put it down and it's hands-free. One of the ways I'm gonna be using, instead of having just two cameras to choose from, I'm gonna put on this side, something I've done many a time when I was shooting events, I'm gonna put a flash. So my flash here, additionally with the flash, I grab my modifier, through an S bracket, and go like this. And now, if I take, let's just pretend that noise isn't happening. I'll put the trigger on, and now I can have a virtually hands-free, you know, if I don't need it, put my hands down, setup here, and I can also have my flash either be right on top, very snapshotty, or I can do it vertical and still keep the flash on top and not have it, you know, go this way, or just, you know, I can kind of it gives myself a little bit of extra room that I can kind of create a little bit of sideways drama in the shot or in my flash for the day without having the need of a light stand. I am still gonna also bring a light stand with some weights and have this whole thing on a light that can be a bit further away from my model. But for the most part, I think I'm gonna stay very, you know, all on me and keep it a little bit more natural, a little bit more just real. So I have to be as contained to myself as possible. So if I want to do a compact sliding setup with multiple light stands, probably not going to work unless I can bring all those light stands on me and with me throughout the whole day, which I'm not going to do. So I'm going to have this little guy over here that I use for these videos. It's a very lightweight foldable stand. It folds up real nice. There you go. It folds up real nice and small. I'm going to bring that, and I can use this flash to put on top of it. And that tripod that's filming us right now, again, not my big heavy duty tripod, but a more travel oriented size tripod that I can use because they want to get a time-lapse image of something that's happening, and I want to be able to be portable enough that I can carry everything with me all day. So I have two stands, this guy, and then everything else that fits in here. So that's two R8 bodies. I've got a 24-105. I've got the 35-1.4. I'm also going to bring my 90mm tilt shift because I'm going to try to create some interesting perspectives. I'm definitely going to fill you guys in on those shots because I'm excited to see how they turn out. And finally, of course, one last thing, I guess, that I definitely can't forget. You guys do know I love to shoot tethered as much as possible. Unfortunately, I won't be able to bring a tether station with me this time around because, so I know that Capture One works with iPad, and I think that would be the very next, if I did more of shoots like this, I think that would be the absolute no-brainer for me, just to have like an iPad strap around my shoulders and I can just walk around with a camera and I have a very, very, very portable tethering station. Instead, I'll have to be offloading some cards throughout the day, but that doesn't mean that I can't bring one more very important thing that I'm going to use once they are on the computer, which is my color chart. Every time you're shooting with flash, bring a color chart. Even if you're not, even if you're shooting with just the one light source, which is the sun, you're still going to want to use a color chart with you at some point throughout the day. If you're supposed to represent something accurately, if I'm at a construction site and they use a certain shade of blue in their outfits or something, you want to represent that color accurately. And the only way to tell your camera and to tell your computer how to do that is with one of these. So very simple, just before you start your day, take at least one shot of it with the type of exposure that you're going to get. And if your light changed throughout the day, just take another one. You know, if the sun goes behind a cloud and you're using that light, well then take another gray card. If the sun goes in front, if the sun is outside of the clouds, take another gray card. If you're using flash with a mix of sun, take another gray card. So just cover your bases, make sure you get everything looks great, and then if your client comes back to you and says, hey, the pictures look yellow or the pictures look blue, you could be like, no it doesn't, you should calibrate your monitor because everything here should be great. So that's what I'm bringing. Let me know down in the comments if you do want me to show the update of the photos of this kind of shoot and how they turn out, because it's something I want to do anyway. I'll probably end up doing it, but just let me know if you'd like to see it, and yeah, we'll go from there. Thanks for sticking around, guys. I'll see you next week. Later.